Good morning. It's day 298, and I'm going to be short and sweet today because I'm on the road and I'm at a noisy truck stop or rest stop, and we're going to talk about Philippians chapter 1. And I'm calling today the choice to rejoice, and that's exactly what Paul is choosing to do. He's not being like pie in the sky and ignoring the truth. He's going, yes, these things could be true, but I choose to rejoice in them. I choose to trust God. I choose that God will work it all together for the good, whether I die or whether I don't, whether there are these false preachers that are teaching a false message. I choose to believe that, hey, even if their motives aren't pure, that people are going to come to know Christ, even through maybe a mixed message, because God is God and He can use it all. And I'm going to choose to keep my eyes focused on and make sure I control my thought life and how I look at things, even in prison. God is at work. If He chooses, I believe that He wants me. I'm the appointed one that is supposed to be defending His word and spreading it. So I think He's going to, let me live and survive. But even if not, He's rejoicing in it all. And it's His choice. He's controlling His thoughts, which means we get to do the same thing. And it doesn't mean like what is sometimes referred to as toxic positivity and ignoring the truth. It's saying, I see what's true or what is actually happening, reality, but I get to see God working in all of it. And I can rejoice in that and know that even if what I'm seeing right now isn't maybe ideal or how I would choose it, God is working it all out. I can let that go and just choose to rejoice that what is what's supposed to be and will work together for the good. We all get to do that every day. I had an experience this morning. Actually, I got dead stopped in traffic for an hour. It was a bad accident. And I had stopped a few times. I'm traveling alone, so I'm trying to be really careful and, also realistic. And was the first place I pulled off didn't feel quite safe. So I moved on, and then I'm traveling with my dogs today too, so I've got to think about them. And anyway, by the time I got back on the highway and I was nourished, we were well cared for, we had all stretched out our legs, relieved ourselves, and boom, hit this traffic. And then I thought back to the timing of all of that. I probably was saved from being in that accident. And I can choose that. I was so grateful. I'm so grateful that I'm in a car, the timing of things, praying for the people that were involved in that accident, and that God will work even what seems like a not good event in their lives for the good, for their ultimate good. We all have crises and tragedies and suffering in our lives, but when we choose to rejoice in all things, knowing that there will be good that come out of things, because that is just the nature of suffering and bad things, is that growth also happens in those times. God works it all together. I can choose to rejoice in the timing and provision of not getting caught in an accident. And I can also choose to believe that God is even working in the lives of the people that were affected by that accident. And even having to sit there for an hour. In modern day times, we don't even like to sit at a stoplight for 2 seconds, much less dead stopped in an hour when I've got 10 more hours to go today and I'm going to be tired. But I'm grateful for it all. I didn't sweat it at all. I was sitting there and I was comfortable. I was safe and I was comfortable and I was okay. And it's a minor inconvenience. I get to have a car. I get to travel. I get to choose the quality of my thoughts. And it's real easy to slip into, and I'm sure there were a lot of people around me that were like really not happy this morning, and were choosing to not rejoice and choosing to focus on the fact that they were stuck in traffic and they weren't getting where they needed to be on their timeline and all the things. But I chose not to get caught up in that. I've gotten caught up in it before. I'm human. I will probably get caught up in it again, but I'm trying to really practice my choice. And having this rise and shine morning routine and intentional time to set my thoughts right or better or best, and trust what God, the great I am, helps me in this. And I see it showing up more and more and more. So I hope you have a great rise and shine routine, or some sort of morning routine where you are spending time with yourself, checking in with yourself, with God, universe, whatever your belief system is. There is a divine essence, presence, intelligence, intuition, knowing that we all can tap into if we don't block it. Choosing to rejoice is one way. All right, I will talk to you later. Hopefully you can hear me over the roar of the traffic. And I'm going to scoot on down the road. See you tomorrow for Philippians chapter 2.